Now let's look at an example where the extra revenue of another unit of an input is less than the wage for that input. Here we have an example that's similar to the first one. The only thing I've changed is the extra output when L goes from 5 to 6. Price is still 10, wage is still 200. I've got a little different quantity here for the second row. But so now suppose when L is equal to 6, output is 160, and the extra output generated when L goes from 5 to 6 is 15. We also got a total cost of 1,300 when L is equal to 6. We can complete some of the rows some of the information in row 2. Total revenue is going to be 1,600. Total revenue is price times quantity. So 160 times 10 gives me 1,600. Profit is the difference between total revenue and total cost. So profit is going to be 300. 1,600 minus 1,300. We can find the extra cost in row 2. The extra cost is simply the wage the firm has to pay for the extra unit of L. The extra revenue is the extra output produced times price. So extra revenue will be 150. In this case, when L goes from 5 to 6, cost rises by 200, revenue rises by 150. That means that profit will go down when L goes from 5 to 6, or another way to think of it, profit will go up when L goes from 6 to 5. The revenue that I lose, or that I save, let's back up. The revenue that I lose is $150, but the cost that I save is $200. So when L goes from 6 to 5, I give up $150 of revenue. I save up $200 in cost. If my cost savings is higher than the revenue foregone, profit will rise. The difference is 50. So I know at this point that profit will be higher when L is 5 than when L is 6. And in fact, I know it'll be $50 higher because the difference between the extra cost and the extra revenue is $50. So the profit in row 1 will be $350. We can show this more definitively by completing total revenue, total cost in the first row. If the extra output when L goes from 5 to 6 is 15, and output is 160 when L is 6, I know that the output in the first row must be 15 lower than 160, so it must be 145. Yes, 145 plus 15 gives me 160. Total revenue is simply price times quantity, so it's going to be 1,450. Total cost, when I fire the 6th worker, I'll save $200. So my total cost will be $200 lower than 1,300. The difference between 1,450 and 1,100 gives me my new profit, which again is 350. Whenever the extra revenue of another unit of output is less than the extra cost of that unit of output, the firm can increase profit by reducing the level of employment.